Reprise de débat, the Honourable Member for Scarborough Centre, Don Valley East.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to speak in support of Bill C-15, the Budget Implementation Act. This legislation is more than a collection of policies and tax changes. It is a blueprint for building a stronger, more resilient Canada at a time when we face major global and economic challenges. For decades, our prosperity has relied on stable international trade rules and open markets. But today, the rules-based system and long-time trade relationships, including with our closest partner, the United States, are being disrupted. Canadian firms are facing new barriers, supply chains are under pressure, jobs and livelihoods depend on our ability to adapt. That means Canada must build a bigger, more innovative economy here at home faster than ever before. We must diversify our markets, mobilize investment, and unleash the full potential of Canadian workers and businesses. Bill C-15 moves us decisively in that direction. It grows our economy, builds homes people can afford, make life more affordable, and protects the environment while opening the door to a new generation of clean economic growth. Mr. Speaker, Budget 2025 unapologetically an investment budget. We are making generational investments in infrastructure, in clean technology, in housing, and in the skills Canadians need to thrive. And we must do so while maintaining higher environmental standards. This legislation helps unlock the goal of catalyzing $1 trillion of investment over 5 years from provinces, municipalities, Indigenous partners, and the private sector. We are attracting capital by creating certainty, providing incentives, and fast-tracking the infrastructure that will power our economy for decades to come. And we are doing it responsibly. Canada enters this moment with the strongest credit rating in the world, the lowest long-term interest rates in the G7, and the lowest net debt-to-GDP ratio of any major economy. International experts, including the IMF, have said Canada is pursuing strategic pro-growth investment, and they project us to have the second strongest economic growth in the G7 in year 2026. In a changing world, we cannot rely on any single market. That is why this government is launching a trade diversification strategy that will double Canadian exports beyond the US within a decade. Bill C-15 supports that goal by aligning our tax system with global competitiveness, boosting innovation, and giving businesses the tool they need to grow and survive. This bill supports small and medium-sized businesses, the backbone of our economy. This is an economy built by Canadians for Canadians. Mr. Speaker, Budget 2025 delivers the support our communities have been asking for through the new Build Communities Strong Fund, a $51 billion investment in local infrastructure over the next decade. This fund will help municipalities build the roads, water systems, community centers, and importantly, the healthcare facilities that growing communities desperately need. Within this fund is a dedicated health infrastructure fund providing $5 billion over 3 years to upgrade and expand hospitals and urgent care services. In Scarborough Centre, Don Valley East, residents rely on nearby hospital systems such as the Scarborough Health Network and the Toronto East Health Network. These systems often depend on extensive community fundraising just to modernize the emergency departments or to replace the aging equipment. That model isn't sustainable on its own. This fund will help ensure frontline care is not dependent on charity, but backed by strong federal partnership. Mr. Speaker, we cannot build a strong economy without building homes people can afford. Housing is not just a social need, it is an economic necessity. Businesses won't invest if workers can't live near where their jobs are. I have spoken to many families in my riding of Scarborough Centre, Don Valley East, for whom home ownership seems increasingly are out of reach and for whom sustainable and affordable rental housing is difficult. It's not impossible to find. Bill C-15 tackles this head-on. It provides an accelerated capital cost allowance for purpose-built rentals, makes new investments through Build Canada Homes, and extends the enhanced GST rental rebate to cooperative housing and student residences. These measures will help get shovels in the ground faster. Through Budget 2025 and this legislation, we are creating pathways for major housing investments and unlocking municipal partnerships. We are supporting agricultural cooperatives, indigenous communities, students, and the working families. We know Canadians are feeling squeezed. Bill C-15 brings that relief. It extends eligibility for charitable donation, expands the disability supports deduction, and exempts the Canada Disability Benefit from taxable income. Many of my constituents have asked for this and have told me how important it is that we strengthen and safeguard the Canada Disability Benefit from provincial clawbacks. C-15 also introduces a temporary tax credit for individuals whose non-refundable tax credits exceed the first income bracket, putting more money back into the pockets of lower and middle income Canadians. But affordability is not just about taxes, it's also about cares. That is why I will push to ensure that our work does not stop on the child care. We must continue to expand access, improve wages and workplace standards in this sector, and ensure families in every region benefit from $10 a day childcare. And we must protect and expand pharmacare. Canadians should never have to choose between groceries and prescriptions. Bill C-15 lays the groundwork to ensure pharmaceutical manufacturing here at home in Canada and ensure better access to essential medicines. I will fight to make sure that momentum continues because healthcare must include pharmacare. Mr. Speaker, climate action is not just a moral duty, it is an economic strategy. Countries that lead the clean economy will lead the 21st century. Canada already has an 85% clean electricity grid and some of the world's richest critical mineral deposits. The clean economy should be Canada's economic advantage, and this bill helps make that vision a reality. We also extend investment tax credits for clean technology until 2035, support clean electricity generation from waste biomass, and create incentives for polymetallic manufacturing. This will power the clean economy while cutting emissions and protecting our environment. And we must do this responsibly. We must build, but build right. That is why I will continue to insist that every major project meets the highest environmental standards. We can and must have economic growth and environmental protection together. And we are accelerating nation-building infrastructure. The High-Speed Rail Network Act will move faster rail transport between Quebec and Ontario under Full Impact Assessment Act oversight, ensuring the transparency, consultation, and strong environmental protection. This legislation lays the foundation for a new era of nation building. It supports childcare and pharmacare, it builds clean energy projects, it fast-tracks critical infrastructure, and it protects Canadians from consumer fraud to environmental risk to financial instability. Bill C-15 also establishes the Consumer-Driven Banking Act, giving Canadians secure control over their own financial data and making our banks more competitive and responsive to consumer needs. Across this bill, the message is clear. Canada will depend less on others and build more at home. We will build projects faster, train workers better, attract investment earlier, and open more markets for Canadian goods and services. We are not seeking to simply weather the uncertainty that surrounds us. We are choosing to meet it with confidence, resilience, and ambition. Mr. Speaker, this is our moment to build. We cannot wait for the world to settle. We must build Canada's strength now by investing in our people, our infrastructure, our innovation, and our environment. Bill C-15 builds housing Canadians can afford, it makes life more affordable, it protects healthcare, and moves us forward, stronger pharmacare and childcare. It puts workers first and it turns climate action into a competitive advantage for Canadians. In the face of global uncertainty, this government is focused on what we can control. And what we control is our ability to build an economy that is more independent, more innovative, more inclusive, and more resilient than ever before. Thank you.
Order.